Queen. I have to start with Queen because to me, you are. And just take that in just because I feel like for me as a kid, I've been watching you since I was a kid and I'm first generation and my mom loves you. And I feel like growing up for me, you were the epitome of the woman that I wanted to be. Smart, beautiful, successful, all these things. Came from purpose, also winning a Tony. That's insane, amazing. And now you're working on this amazing play, which is on the third production with you directing. How does it feel?
I grew up in a family of people who were, I would say, without being rigid, okay, were committed to excellence without rigidity. I mean, whether it was the food that was prepared, or the way the house was kept, or the education that young people were pursuing, or the lessons that aunts and uncles were giving us, because many of them were educators themselves. I grew up in a family like that.
That made you want to be excellent as well.
Well, I didn't even think about it as excellence. It's just the way you live. You know, the way you live.
Carry yourself.
The way you live, to give your best, to discover the best about yourself. And is there more to that? And to know that life is continued learning. It doesn't stop, you know. Our mother showed us this. Our uncle showed us this. Our aunt showed us this. My father showed me this. My father was a dentist for many years, and he was always refining his skills. He was always taking courses. He was always upgrading his office with the instruments that he used, the techniques that he used, and he became a fellow in the American Academy of Dentistry. So I mean, it was just, even the teachers that I had had been teaching for decades, and they continued to study. This was in public school. They continued. So it's a way of life.
I love this. I really do. My sister recently passed away, and she passed away with her PhD, and she was one of those people too. First of the five, I'm the last of the five, and I would always look up to her. And for my family, it's very much the same. We just did, like, what school are you going to? Not like, do you want to go to school? You know what I mean? That's just kind of how it was. That's why for me, I know my mom loves you, but I also love you. We all love you, and you are that excellence, and I'm happy to hear that. It's because that's how you lived and that's how you grew up. You're excited to go to North Carolina? And if so, what about the food are you excited for?
Girl, come on. You can't stand to ask a question like that.
I have to. I want to know what you love to eat.
It's going to be good food. The food is good.
Period.
All
right, last question for you. I know that this is on this third production. What makes this so different from before?
What makes it new?
What makes it new and exciting?
This cast.
The cast loves you.
I love them too.
They do. I spoke to all of them, and not even having to bring you up, they're just singing praises, and I'm just like, yes, I want to know more. Yes.
Oh, no, this cast makes it new, and it's a great cast.
Well, you're great too, and you're booked and busy. I just watched you on Gilded Age as well. You're iconic. Everything about you is just iconic. Immediate Family is actually the first play you've ever written. That's what I read. Is that true?
That's the first play I wrote.
Yeah, it is, right?
It doesn't make any sense, but that's the first one I wrote, yeah.
All right. So what inspired you to actually write this and then have it go in production? This is the third time.
Yes.
Like, I'm so excited for you.
I mean, this is the third time Phylicia's directing it. It was done in like that small kind of storefront Chicago, around the corner, 3 folding chairs, a piece of string, and a light bulb production.
I mean, that's the best ways. That's how it gets started, honey.
That's how you really find out what's in there, right? So we did do that before I kept developing it. But it really came about from, I talked myself into a corner. I told someone that I wanted to show them a scene from my play because other people were getting to do it in my theater company, and they were like, oh, we didn't mean to offend you. You got a play? That's cool. Let's see what you got. And I was like, I'll show it to you tomorrow. And they said, okay. And I went home and wrote this because I had told them I had a play and I didn't.
I mean, you did in your
did.
mind.
Well,
It was digesting before you put it on paper.
the whole play was in there. I'm also a director, and I tell the cast on the first day, we are an architectural team digging for a treasure that already exists. The beautiful play already exists. If we go too fast, thinking like, I'm going to memorize my lines real quick and I'm going to do this, you'll break it.
Yeah.
And if you go too slow, you won't get there in time.
Yeah.
But we have to dig diligently and patiently, and we'll get there. And the treasure will reveal itself.
Yeah.
So the play revealed itself to me.
It's something you can take away already that you've learned from Miss Queen Phylicia and King Paul.
Ooh, such a great question. First off, the questions that they ask. I be thinking I know the character. I be thinking I know what I'm doing. And the grace at which Miss Phylicia asked the question. Now, what if you saw it that way? It's like a new window just being opened where my whole head just turns a different way that I haven't thought of. So it's really helped me to not be locked in.
Yeah.
To just be able to say, there's all these other things. I have an idea of something.
Yeah.
An idea is fine, but I'm not locked in.
Yeah.
It's very freeing. Before, I used to feel like I need to know this, and this, but having some freedom in not knowing and being able to ask myself a question, because when she asks you the question, it's not a trick question.
Yeah.
You know, I'm used to it being like, okay, here's the answer. But to be like, if she says, you know, and you don't have to answer right now. Like, damn, I just got to think on this.
So she wants you to simmer, let it.
Yeah. To just, exactly that. Simmer. Think about it. It's given such freedom to me. Yeah, that's definitely the main thing. Yeah.
I love that. And what do you think that you've learned from your character so far, or excited for people to see?
My character has no filter.
Ooh, I love that for you.
And
I feel like you're a free person already.
I'm
Like,
pretty free, but that's a whole.
So you're gonna have fun.
Level of free. That I'm just like, yeah. No one has nothing to come back when you have no filter. People don't really gotta come back for that. You just open the gate for things, and letting myself be free in that, trusting what I think and say, and letting it drop. Letting when you do a mic drop, and just. I'm gonna pick it right back up real quick, but letting it linger and stay there and sit in the power of it. That's definitely Nina, and I'm learning that.
I love that. I feel like more specifically Black women, we need that voice. Like just I said what I said, and then that's it.
What I said.
Yeah.
Nene Leaks,
Period. Clock it. All right. So you're going to North Carolina, and I have asked everybody this. Are you excited?
I am. North Kakalaki. I have an older sister there, so I'll get to spend some time with her. Yeah, and just, I haven't really spent time there. I feel like I'm born and raised in New York, and so for summers I would go split time between my grandparents, one in Cali, one in St. Louis. So having that go on down south experience, that feels like prime time for the summer. Like, I feel like a kid again, like, gonna go spend time down south.
Well, I see that you went to Juilliard. What is something that you feel like you've taken from that full experience? Because I know it's probably really hard to now coming on stage and performing in front of so many people.
I think what I learned at Juilliard, or one of the biggest lessons I learned, is that it's okay to take your time. I think coming into school, I wanted to hurry up and rush and get to the finish line. It was all about product, but actually process is very important. And just falling in love with the process is a big thing that I learned at Juilliard. And a thing that I really love about this process and working with Miss Phylicia is that she is so big on process and is so meticulous in everything that we do, those two things have aligned perfectly, honestly.
So I feel like we watched Miss Phylicia since we were like kids. And how did you feel when you realized, oh damn, I'm about to work with this woman that I watched since I was a kid? Like, she made me believe in myself that I could be smart and beautiful and all these things. Like, and for you, I'm sure she made you believe other things too. How did you feel when you said, wow, this is happening?
I was over the moon. I mean, I think I felt so very fortunate. Funny enough, And I don't know if this is supposed to be a secret or not, but I'll tell you, like, I was fortunate enough to be the audition reader for this process. I didn't audition for it, but not because I didn't want to audition for it. It just, for whatever reason, I wasn't asked to audition, but I was asked to be the audition reader. And so, I got to like see her work with these other incredible actors as they auditioned, and I got to play with each one of them. And then at the end of the day, by the grace of God, she turned to me and essentially asked me to play this role, which was super surreal.
Maybe she had you in mind the whole time, which she didn't want to give you too much pressure. I feel like that's her kind of MO. She's always thinking, but like she had you in mind and just wanted to see if you could do it, and clearly you can.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm so happy that she did ask me.
Come a long way, and you've been doing so many things, from Beetlejuice, and like I've been watching you online and on Broadway as well. How does it feel to be taking a whole other step, and what has been different from this experience, which it's just starting, but from all the other things that you've been working on?
I mean, it's been completely different than anything I've ever worked on. The last couple years, it's been some pretty big commercial stuff, which I'm wildly grateful for. But a lot of it is making sure I'm either maintaining something that has already been kind of conceived or remounting something that's been conceived. And we are starting from like just grassroots here, just building characters. And I am so grateful for our leader, Ms. Rashad, is just, I'm learning so much from her in terms of building a character and being very specific about it and making that journey that she takes very real.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like there's a lot of passion here, because I feel like with Company and Beetlejuice, those are very big names, and I feel like I'm sure you learned so much, but then this is something that's different, also big name, but then there's just so much passion there.
100%. It is all passion. It's all relationships. It's getting really close with the rest of my cast. I mean, we're going to play a family, but we're already a family in real life now after 2 weeks. It is foolish in this rehearsal room. We're barely getting anything done at this point.
So it's fun. So are you excited to go to North Carolina?
I am, yeah. I've performed in Charlotte a couple times now. I love that Charlotte gets every first national tour in its first year for the most part, so this will be my fourth time performing at Bloom & Ball.
Period. All right, so what are you excited to eat when you get to North Carolina?
Mertz all the way. Give me all of that. Oh my God, the mac and cheese and the cornbread.
Okay, don't kill me, but what is Mertz? I'm also from Massachusetts, so I don't know. Tell me more. Maybe I need to go to North Carolina to eat this.
So Mertz actually held our opening night party for Company.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And it's soul food. So they have like the best greens, and that's what I remember. It's the greens, it's the mac and cheese, it's the cornbread, and also just good people. Like I remember being able to actually like talk to folks who are like arranging everything for us. And it's just like, it's great.
So you've been on so many amazing TV shows, and I've been watching you. What would you say is the most different aspect of film, TV to being on stage?
For me, the biggest difference between TV and film and stage is time, is the amount of time you spend preparing and rehearsing. In TV and film, maybe if you're working on a really high budget production with a director who really has the power to demand rehearsal, you're not really doing much rehearsal. The rehearsal is really for the cameras. It's making sure all the technical elements are going well, and then you're doing takes, but like, honestly, a lot of the time they use is the one where nothing went wrong and they have to move on. It's just so fast. There's so little time. And so in the theater, to be able to rehearse, and it's not like you're shooting a new episode every couple of days. It's the one play that never changes. And, you might get new pages, but like the play is the play. And you get to just really like work on it, sit with it and sleep on it and think about it and come back with new ideas. I find that really preferable. Some actors really like the like flying by the seat of their pants of like, I don't know what it's going to be, but I really love spending time with something in theater.
I love that. It feels like an investment and some passion there.
Very much so, yeah.
So what have you learned so far from being a part of the media family?
Miss Phylicia Rashad is really good at making sure we're not acting like we're doing something, but that we're actually doing it, right? Yeah. The truth of human behavior and not portraying human behavior in a sort of artificial way. I think it's very easy as an actor when you feel that first performance coming and you're trying to just be good right away in the rehearsal room to just, try to be good in the ways that you think. And instead, she is very good at getting us to slow down, not be concerned about the end product, and to just really become these people and sit in these situations and let things take as long as they take. If in the scene you have to unwrap a present, and that takes 30 seconds of silence, to not be afraid of that. That's life, I've learned to really trust myself and my instincts in those moments and time, back to time, yeah.